Welcome to today's Explainer. Look, I am absolutely pumped to be your mentor for this one. If you've been sitting there wondering how on earth you transition from an absolute beginner to a confident AI automation freelancer, or maybe even a full-blown SaaS founder, well, you're in the right place. We're jumping straight in. Today, we're breaking down a complete masterclass roadmap. We're going to learn how to build real, professional-grade AI systems, and I'll be giving you actionable, daily practice tasks you can actually start using right now.
I know, jumping into artificial intelligence sounds completely intimidating, but just keep this in mind. Simply by choosing to learn this today, you're already hundreds of steps ahead of the competition. If you're an aspiring freelancer looking for those high-paying remote career opportunities, let me just reassure you right now, to succeed in this hands-on curriculum, you literally only need basic English, basic computer skills, and, a willingness to practice every day. We're going to build your knowledge up step by step. So, here's our step-by-step curriculum for today. First, your AI automation journey. Second, the 5 types of AI agents. Third, the ultimate automation toolkit. And fourth, launching your AI SaaS.
All right, part 1, your AI automation journey, building the foundation. Okay, so what exactly is an AI agent? The absolutely crucial thing to grasp here is that it's a program that perceives its environment, makes its own independent decisions, and then actually acts to achieve specific goals. Unlike older software that just basically sits there and waits for you to click a button, an AI agent takes the initiative. It acts dynamically to streamline stuff like daily business communication and scheduling workflows, and it does it all without needing you to constantly hold its hand.
It really helps to think of it like this. Imagine an AI agent as a ridiculously smart personal assistant hired by a CEO. A human assistant securely reads emails, understands the context of the situation, and schedules meetings without asking the boss about every little step, right? Well, an AI agent does exactly that, just digitally. It handles all the scheduling and replying in the background, though, quick tip, as the developer, you're always going to want to make sure you're prioritizing data privacy and transparency when you're automating these processes for your clients.
And this brings us to a massive difference between traditional automation and true AI. Traditional automation is basically a rigid bot. It follows fixed rules. Think of it like a program that sends the exact same email every Monday at 9 a.m. no matter what. AI automation, on the other hand, is dynamic. It checks the user's time zone, it looks at their past engagement, and then it personalizes the meeting times or responses. Honestly, it's the difference between a simple, clunky machine and a dynamic digital employee. Moving right along to Section 2, the 5 types of AI agents, how they think. In our Masterclass curriculum, we categorize how these agents think into 5 main types. We've got reactive, model-based, goal-based, utility-based, and learning agents. Now, depending on the specific bottleneck you're trying to solve for a small business client, you'll deploy one of these specific models. Let's break them down.
First up, the reactive agent. This one is the most straightforward of the bunch. It responds strictly to whatever input it's getting right now, without looking at past history. It's exactly like when you tell your smart speaker to turn on the lights. It simply reacts to that single command in that specific moment. No memory, just action. Second, we've got model-based agents. These are a step up because they rely heavily on past data and internal models of their environment. Think of a robot vacuum cleaner. It doesn't just wander around your house randomly. It actually remembers the map of your living room. It uses that past information to make smart decisions about where it needs to clean next. Third are goal-based agents. These guys are fiercely focused on a single, specific outcome. The absolute perfect example here is a self-driving car. You give it a destination, and its entire processing power is completely dedicated to finding the safest, most efficient route to get you to that exact goal. Fourth, we have utility-based agents. These agents work tirelessly behind the scenes to optimize the user's experience. Have you ever wondered how streaming platforms magically seem to know exactly what you want to watch next? That's not magic. It's a utility-based agent analyzing your preferences to maximize your viewing satisfaction. And finally, learning agents. These are the models we're all super familiar with today, like ChatGPT. They continuously adopt and improve themselves based on training data. As a developer, your main goal here is scaling their performance so they get smarter, faster, and more accurate with every single interaction. Okay, let's get into Section 3, the ultimate automation toolkit, your software stack. So what tools do you actually need? Here's your core toolkit. First is Zapier, which is just an incredible no-code powerhouse that handles API connections to over 5,000 different apps.
Then there's N8N. You'll use this to build advanced workflow logic, and it's fantastic for keeping your API costs remarkably low. Now, for troubleshooting logic and making sure you don't hit any nasty performance bottlenecks, you'll want to use LangFlow, which is a great visual pipeline builder. And finally, running the whole backend is LangChain, your heavy-duty framework for building sophisticated AI apps. To show you how this all comes together, let's look at a concrete demonstration you can actually practice building right away. It's a multi-agent newsletter system. Step 1, a user submits a topic form. Step 2, a research agent automatically scrapes the web for the best data. Step 3, a writer agent takes that raw data and drafts customized copy. And finally, step 4, an HTML agent formats the whole thing and emails it out. This entire workflow just runs on its own 24/7. It's basically magic. Which brings us to the really fun part, Section 4, launching your AI SaaS, monetizing your skills. Think of this progression as your simplified checklist and weekly schedule. In week 1, you'll start simple by building basic Instagram lead generation bots. Week 2, you practice building things like roadmap generators and market trend predictors. From there, you'll master those multi-agent systems we just talked about. And finally, you transition into premium freelance consulting by combining all these skills to deploy a full AI SaaS product directly to a production environment, complete with professional domain hosting. A really perfect example of a mid-range SaaS is a resume and cover letter platform. So a user inputs their job history, right? And your AI agent processes it to instantly generate a 100% unique PDF template. You are literally solving a massive time consumption problem for millions of job seekers out there, not to mention small HR businesses, and you're doing it using pure automation. So how do you actually make money from this? Well, you can offer freemium access, charge monthly subscriptions, or even run the whole thing entirely on ad revenue. But honestly, the absolute best strategy for finding high-paying AI automation clients as a freelancer is targeting B2B operations. When you're explaining the benefits to non-technical business clients, just pitch these custom internal tools directly as a proven way to save them hundreds of operational hours every single month. Wow, we have covered an incredible amount of ground today. You've got the roadmap, you've got the software stack, and you understand the logic of how these AI agents act. The barrier to entry has quite literally never been lower. Your daily practice starts right now. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Now that you have the power to automate real solutions, what problem is your very first AI agent going to solve today?